Hey everybody. So we're 1 week away from Alien Isolation coming out. I'm very excited to show you guys the movie. It's been really awesome to actually share some of the making process with you guys. There's no end to what I would like to do to the film. I've had ideas to like insert new stuff and all this throughout this entire 3 weeks where I thought, oh, this would be kind of cool, maybe, but would it and I think that anybody that makes something, any project that they put together, they never are completely satisfied. And I'm kind of in that boat with Alien Isolation. There are limitations to what you can do because you're trying to stick to a gameplay movie. You're not literally making a film. Things that I wish that I could include, but they wouldn't make sense story-wise. They don't further the story in any way. I'm very happy. It does tell the story of the game. It's got all the elements. It's fun to watch. It's enjoyable, especially if you've never played the game. I think that you'll be in for a real treat. It flows really well. But I never know if it's any good until you guys see it. So if you watch it, be sure to like it. Because I would love to be able to say, like, if you go and look up Dead Space is right at look up Dead Space movie, boom, Dead Space, the real movie, second in line to the actual anime film of Dead Space. That's awesome. That's how I get views usually, is by people that search and they find it. I would love for Alien Isolation to be right up there with it, but in order for it to do that, it requires people finding it early, it requires people liking it. I think comments usually help quite a bit. Just whatever you can do, let's see if we can get Alien Isolation up there too. It won't be overnight. It could take a very long time, but it would be awesome to have it up there with Dead Space, because I'm as proud of this film as I am of my Dead Space series. So I would love to see it be successful. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the future of real movies and what I kind of have planned here. There are about 3 games that I'm pretty heavily interested in making into a film. The first would be Shadow of Mordor. The second would be Halo Reach. And third would be Red Dead Redemption. Before you get too overly excited for one of those 3, remember, I don't know if I'm actually going to make those. Those are the 3 that I would like to make. But each game presents a huge challenge. Shadow of Mordor and Red Dead Redemption have radars on screen. I think I can disable them both through the settings. However, it's an open world game, and not having a radar, not knowing where you're supposed to go, can be incredibly difficult. So what it would mean is that I would have to play the mission, and then know exactly where I got to go, then replay the mission, and I would have to do that with both games. Both games, especially Red Dead Redemption, is incredibly long. There'd be a lot to have to be cut in order to get it down to 2 hours. Same thing kind of with Shadow of Mordor. Now, the other problem too is Shadow of Mordor's problems are that another creator on YouTube has already done Shadow of Mordor, and he's done a really good job with it. And I would hate to look like I was mimicking what he did, and then basically it would look like I was ripping him off, and I don't want that to be the case. So I don't know if I'm going to do Shadow of Mordor anymore, just because of that. If that's the case, I will find you guys a link to that video. Then there's Halo Reach. And Halo Reach, I have something far more ambitious with Halo Reach planned, that I couldn't just do a normal gameplay movie with it. It has a theater mode. Straight up gameplay, and not utilizing the theater mode, I think it would be cheating what it could be. That being said, the theater mode introduces a whole lot of issues. And one of the big issues is, yes, I've got the freedom to move the camera wherever I want. I have the freedom to alter everything to almost any degree that I want. The problem is that it creates a lot of additional work. That means that all the audio would have to be redone because the music, when you're in theater mode, doesn't stop. So all audio would sync, which means every single song I would have to insert myself. It also means that all the dialogue, or all the sound effects, guns, grunts, everything, all the sound effects would have to be done as well. Halo Reach would be monumental in the amount of work that would have to go into it. It would rival my first Dead Space film. It would be that much work. It's a little intimidating, and it's obviously putting me back on wanting to rush in and do it. I did an experimental shot already, and it turned out awesome. It's just whenever I can get to it. The last thing I want to talk about too before I go is that I am planning on trying to see if I can introduce a playlist for you guys that would be so that while you're waiting for my films to come out, there'd be something for you guys to watch. And what that would be real movie recommendations or real movie. I don't have a name yet for it, but what it would include is other people's works, other people's projects that they've edited similar to the way I edit, and that way you guys can find them easily and quickly. You can get more content through the channel that would be similar to what I already produce, and that way you guys have more movies to watch. You know, that's the whole idea. And basically what I do is I try to hunt down other video games that maybe I don't have an interest in making because I'm not that passionate about them, and giving you the opportunity to see them in the best way possible. And I think that would be really cool for you guys to have. So again, like I was saying, Alien Isolation comes out. I'm really excited for it. I'm really hoping you guys enjoy it. And until next time, thanks guys.
Mm-hmm.